Things won't turn out perfectly when you want them to. And there is one thing you can do. You can sit home back and let the day roll by. Don't you worry and don't you cry, darling. You know we can't always win. It ain't worth it thinking about what went wrong. If you wanna make it, you'll have to stay strong. You gotta sit on back and let the day roll by. Don't you worry and don't you cry, darling. You know we can't always win. I know it's hard to understand why these things happen. If you take me by the hand, I'll try to make you see how beautiful life can be. If you just believe everything's gonna be alright, whoa, just hold on tight.
Hello and welcome to Yoga Inside and Out. I'm Batsheva, and in this series we're exploring our chakras, our 7 vital energy centers that sit along our spine and radiate out into the rest of our body, affecting our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Today we're going to be exploring the 3rd chakra. The 3rd chakra is about your empowered self, who you are and how you act in the universe. The 3rd chakra is at the solar plexus and radiates into the liver, spleen, and stomach. When this chakra is out of balance, we often use our power to control and manipulate others, or the other side would be to be controlled and manipulated by others. And when we're imbalanced here, we act from our highest integrity to express ourselves in the world. This is often called our fire center. So today in our poses, we're going to really explore strengthening and feeling the heat in this center right here at your solar plexus. So let's begin by centering ourselves and connecting with the 3rd chakra. Let your eyes close, and first let's find our breath, Ujjayi breath, which is a very important breath that we use for poses, for relaxation and meditation. So let yourself be as comfortable as possible, spine straight, chest points open, and stretch out through the crown of your head. Close your eyes and inhale deeply as if you're inhaling steam. So that's a really long inhalation, letting your belly and solar plexus expand. And then exhale. Press the air out, hearing the breath. Ujjayi means the sounding breath. So slow, even, long, full breath, slowly inhaling and slowly exhaling. Seeing if when you exhale with your mouth closed, you can still hear the sound of the ocean. Using this breath to center you and connect with your body and how you're feeling at this moment. And especially connect with your 3rd chakra, with your solar plexus area. Let the breath go there. And notice feelings or thoughts in this area about yourself being empowered in the world, feeling strong. And from here, let's directly go into warm-ups, inhaling and exhaling your chin to your chest, letting the back of your neck stretch and open, using your breath to release any tension in the neck. And then inhale the chin up, and exhale the chin to the ceiling, stretching out the front of your neck and your throat. And then bring the chin up, and inhale and exhale the right ear towards the right shoulder, and then come on up and go the other direction. Come to center, and then just take some circles with your neck, letting it open. And if there's anywhere that you feel a little tight, just stop there for a moment and breathe. And then continue on your journey. And then come to center and press out through the crown of your head so that your neck is tall and lengthens. Good. And then inhale and shrug your shoulders to your ears. And exhale and release. And again, inhaling. And then release those shoulders. Good. And take your fingertips and bring them to your shoulders and make big circles with your elbows, letting your shoulders open and then the other direction. Good. And then release your arms. Good. And lift the right arm up and stretch. Reach, letting your side open. Rotate your wrist. Stretch out those fingertips. Breathe. Feel how good it is to just let your body open. And then release on the breath and come to the other side. Reaching and stretching. Letting that opening feel just delicious in your body. Letting your side open. Good. And then releasing down. Good. And just feel the effects of having stretched your arms out. Wonderful. And from here we're going to come to the table pose for the upward and downward facing dog. So you want to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And tuck your toes under and lift your hips high and look at your navel. And you want to press as much as you can your chest towards your thighs for the downward dog and heels towards the floor. And feel that nice stretch. Perhaps lift one heel and then the other, breathing and opening. Good. And now from here we're going to inhale and come to the upward facing dog. And you might need to move your hands a little bit. That's natural. So you want to look up to the ceiling. Good. If this is really intense for you, you can bring your thighs to the floor. You still get a nice back bend. Looking up. And then we're going to inhale and exhale, come back into the downward dog. This is a really nice stretch and nice way to warm up and open the body. So inhaling up, use your breath, and exhaling down, building that fire energy in your body. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Good. Inhale up and then exhale down. And go a few more times at your own pace, back and forth, letting the spine warm up and letting the body open. Good. And then one more time to downward dog. Good. Get a nice deep stretch there. Breathe. And then let your knees come down. Okay. And now we're nice and warmed up and ready for our asanas, our postures today. The poses that we're going to be doing today are going to be very heating and strengthening. So if you're pregnant or you're menstruating or you're feeling a little out of sorts today, you might want to go really slow or even sit it out for today for this one because you're going to really feel the heat. And as always in yoga, you want to go at your own pace and listen to the wisdom of your body so that you really honor what's right for you. So I'm just going to give you suggestions and do what's right for you. Okay, we're going to begin in the five-pointed star. So first come into Tadasana, the mountain, letting your feet be parallel, lifting your kneecaps, tucking your tailbone under, lifting your chest points open, and stretching out into the crown of your head. Inhale the arms up, stretching out the fingertips, and then exhale the right hand and foot out and into the five-pointed star. Good. So you want to make sure that your chest points are facing forward and hips are facing forward. Arms at shoulder level. Good. Let's begin with Trikonasana. Right toes in the direction of the right fingertips. Stretch straight out through those fingertips. Lift the kneecaps so that the quad is engaged, and then we just rotate the arms around, stretching high and low. Good. And breathe and look up at your hand. Make sure the under ribs don't collapse. Breathe and stretch. Good. And now take the top arm and hook the fingertips around your thigh, grabbing your hip or your thigh, and look up so you can really press the chest points and solar plexus up to the ceiling, breathing and feeling that wonderful opening in your torso. Remember to use Ujjayi breath. Good. Extend the arm out again. Lift it up high. and come on back to five-pointed star. Keep the toes faced in that direction and wiggle that left foot out just a little bit further, and then bend that right knee. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Make sure your hips and torso, the whole torso is in alignment, so you're not stretching over to the right. You're straight over those hips. Good. And look over your right fingertips. This is Virabhadrasana 2, the warrior 2. Good. Breathe. Very powerful pose. Strengthens the legs. Use your breath. Good. And now take that bottom hand and bring it to the floor, right outside the arch of your foot, and stretch up. This is warrior angle, lifting and stretching up. Good. Taking that left hip and pivoting it up and back. So not going forward, coming straight up. Great. And now stretch that arm a little bit, curving it over to the side wall. Breathe. Feel the heat grow in your body and smile. Remember to smile and enjoy it. Wonderful. And then come on up with the arm and come back into the five-pointed star. Good. Take a breath here. And then the other side, taking the left toes in the direction of the left fingertips for Trikonasana. Stretching straight out, lift straight out, not up, not down, straight out. Good. And then rotate around, stretching high and low. Breathing, looking up at that extended arm, making sure you're pressing into the bottom hand and pressing into the top hand. Pivoting that upper hip back, and then take the top hand and tuck in those fingertips, pressing the torso up to the ceiling, feeling that nice opening in your whole body. Breathing fully. Extend the arm up, reach, and come back into the five-pointed star. Good. Keep the toes in this direction, left toes, direction of the left fingertips. Walk the right foot out just a little bit and squat down, making sure your knee is over your ankle, as deep squat as you can, making sure the torso is over the hips, and look over the left fingertips for Virabhadrasana 2, the second phase of the warrior pose. Breathing fully. And rotate the arm around, stretching high and low. You can press the elbow slightly towards the knee to help brace yourself. Nice big stretch, opening. Use that inner strength to hold the pose. Don't collapse down. Good. And then take the upper arm and extend it over your ear for an extra stretch through your whole body. Breathing. One more breath, and then come on up back into the five-pointed star. And pigeon toe your toes in slightly, inhaling and exhaling, lifting your tailbone, coming forward and down into the standing angle. Grabbing your feet, ankles, knees, wherever you can grab, and letting your whole upper body just fall forward. Trying to bring your crown of the head towards the floor. So mine touches the floor, but yours might not. That's fine. You want to bend your elbows. So all that's working is your arms to pull you down. Quads are engaged. Lift those kneecaps. Breathe. Feeling that nice stretch in the inner legs. A few more breaths. And then airplane the arms out to the sides. Inhaling, coming up. And we're going to inhale one more time and step the hands and feet together. Stretching up. And exhaling back down into Tadasana, the mountain pose. Close your eyes and just feel the effects of all that nice standing work you've done. Good. Okay, now we're ready to come to the floor for some abdominal work. People often think that abdominal work is aerobics and not yoga, but that's not true. Abdominal work and having strong abs is a very important part of yoga, because having a strong belly, first of all, that's our power center, as we know, but also when we have a strong abdominals, we tend not to stress out our back so much, so it's very important. And also strong bellies help us with deep breathing. So we're going to begin by resting on your elbows, legs extended in front of you. Find your breath. And again, go at your own pace. Okay. point the toes and inhale and lift the legs up to 90 degrees. And then exhale and release down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And now we're going to inhale up and exhale down to about 20 or 30 degrees, so you're not touching the floor at all. Good. And then come on up and exhale down. Keep breathing. Use your breath. Good. One more time. Good. And then come back to that 20 or 30 degree point, and then just step your feet up. And then step your feet down. And then step up. And then step down. Good. Come back to the 30 degrees, and we're going to scissor back and forth. Breathing fully, using your breath. Good. If you need to take a break, take a break. Breathe, and then bring your knees into your chest. Rest for a moment. Breathe and rest. We're not done yet, but we're almost done. Okay. And press those feet forward, sort of like a bicycle, 1 foot at a time. Breathing fully. Feeling the heat build in your belly. Good. And then press the legs out, and then make a big circle around. This also works the inner legs. Breathing. And down. Good. And then when you come to the top, let's go the other direction. Inhaling up and exhaling around in a circle. Let's do one more. And hug the knees into the chest and rest. Feel that heat in your belly. Feeling your strength. Feel the effects. And come back to sitting, finding your sits bones. So you want to make sure you're not on your tailbone, but on your sits bones in preparation for the seated boat pose. So for the seated boat, we want to bring our palms so they're facing each other and extend the legs straight up and out. And once again, you're using those wonderful abdominal muscles. And then come back down, rest. Inhale back into the seated boat. Reach. Breathe. Chest points open. Feel the heat in your belly. And then release down. Rest for a moment. Close your eyes. Feel the effects. Extend your legs out in front of you. Let your hands be at your hips. And a nice counter pose to all that belly work we've done is the inclined plane Purvottanasana. And it's a wonderful one for the solar plexus because we're pressing the solar plexus out towards the heavens. So press into your palms and press the big toes towards the floor. That's the hardest part of this pose, is the big toes are on the floor. It might be a little difficult for you to let go of your neck, but if you can, so you might be right here in the pose, you're pressing your belly out to the heavens, and then let your head come back and breathe. Feeling once again your strength. Pressing those toes down, and then release back to seated. Okay, a lot of good work there. Let's come to our bellies and take a rest for a moment. So come to lying on your belly on the floor. And just rest. Feeling the effects. Feeling your breath. Okay. So in preparation for the boat and the bow pose, it's a little hard for me to speak and do it at the same time, so I'm going to talk you through it first. First, you want, for the boat and the bow, you want to squeeze the buttocks and press into the pelvic triangle. So let me just demonstrate it first. You want to squeeze and lift. Good. And then we're going to lift around to the sides and then bend the knees and grab the feet. Okay. Most important, you might just want to come up a very small amount in this pose, depending on your lower back, but the more you squeeze your buttocks, the more you're going to protect your lower back as you come on up. So extend your arms out straight in front of you. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the arms. Breathe, find your breath. Squeeze the buttocks, press down into the pelvic triangle, which is the hip bones and the pubic bone, and inhale and come on up. Stretching and lengthening. Let the arms come to the sides. Good. And then if you can, if you want to go to the next stage, grab your feet or ankles and lift into Dhanurasana bow. Should be balanced on your third chakra here. And slowly release down. And press back into Garbhasana, the child pose, and rest here. And now, this is a really nice time to give yourself a little abdominal massage, which is also a part of yoga. So we take the right hand over the left fist, and you take the hand on your ascending colon, which is on the right side, and we inhale and exhale and come forward, breathing and massaging the stomach. Slowly move, actually it's the intestines, you want to move the fist all the ways around as you're in the child, giving yourself a nice abdominal massage. Okay, so come on down, breathe, and massage that whole area. And then slowly release. Great. Well, now we're ready for relaxation. Come to lying on your back in Shavasana, the corpse pose, for relaxation. Letting your palms face the heavens, body fully relaxed on the floor. Allow yourself to wiggle your feet to release any last tension in your body. Notice your calves, knees, thighs. Breathe and release, or make any gentle movements. Notice the hands, hips, pelvis, buttocks, arms. Let the whole body fully release onto the earth. Breathing and releasing. Releasing through the belly. Releasing through the solar plexus, chest, neck, and throat. And let the face be soft, letting all expression melt away. And allow your whole body to melt into the earth. Nothing more to do. Take a few last deep breaths. And then let go of having to breathe in any particular way, and let yourself just float into Yoga Nidra, deep yogic sleep, allowing the body and mind to integrate all the work you've done. Bring your awareness back to your breath, deepening the inhalations and exhalations, allowing your breath to bathe your body with new life. Begin to notice the feet and hands, and slowly move the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, and let gentle stretches emerge from your body, awakening your body with love. And then slowly allow yourself to roll onto one side into a fetal position, taking a moment to embrace yourself. Send yourself lots of love, feeling the power of that. And then slowly come to seated for meditation. Allow yourself to come into a comfortable seated position, letting your spine be straight, pressing out your chest points, face and shoulders soft, and come back to your breath. Slow, even, long, full breath. Noticing the sensations in your body, feelings and thoughts. And let your palms come to your solar plexus and breathe into that center. Who you are and how you act in the universe. The third chakra, just noticing any thoughts or feelings about that. Feeling your power from within. Not needing to control or manipulate another or be controlled or be manipulated. Just feeling your own strength. And again, noticing any thoughts or feelings about that, about your strength and your will and who you are. Take a few more deep breaths into that center, sending it a blessing. And then when you're ready, let your hands release. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let out a sigh. And very slowly allow your eyes to open. Namaste. Thank you for this time. I honor the light in you.